So yeah, hi, my name's Alexander Ferguson. I'm British, but I'm the 5th generation of my family born in Hong Kong, and I am one of NAFO's fellas, as we call ourselves. So NAFO is a self-organising movement. I would say our organisational structure is anarchy. We don't have any leaders per se. We're just regular people from all walks of life who are just, I guess, a radical centre is outraged by the crimes being committed against Ukraine. So we're over 100,000 strong, we estimate now, and essentially we fight against Russians' disinformation campaigns. So I guess one of my specialities, as well as deplatforming Russian troll voices, is fundraising for Ukraine. Particularly I focus on drones, so the way I've tried to be effective is try and make it a story. So one of the stories that I went with and which the Ukrainian government and United 24 picked up on was about my dad's dad. So he was a squadron leader in the Royal Air Force in World War II. And after the first drone that NAFO funded, so we crowd-raised $250,000 to buy a kamikaze naval drone, which we've seen to devastating effect. But then they offered fellas the opportunity to fundraise for a first-person view kamikaze drone carrying a high-explosive anti-tank round. And the deal they offered is, if you fundraise one of these, then you get to name it. So I was one of the first people to fundraise for one and complete one. And I said, I want to name this in honour of my grandfather, my dad's dad, Squadron Leader Walter Ferguson of the 99th. And also I had a painting of his favourite plane, which was had its serial number ended R, its registration ended R. And he called it Robin because it always got him home. He got shot down a few times. And they ran a story with it. And that seemed to capture a lot of people's imaginations. And the fundraiser kind of just, went quite well from there. And then, I personally raised a couple of others. And then some other fellas, we decided we'd all team up. And then we'd go around and say, look, if you contribute into this, then we'll have a little cartoon of one of these FPV drones, and you can have your little own cartoon of yourself on it. Which ended up, I think we've bought over 250 kamikaze drones now, and each one of these has been proven capable of taking out everything up to a main battle tank, and they're effective. For some reason, United 24 decided to invite some of us fellas to Kyiv to represent NAFO at the United 24 summit. So United 24 is the organisation set up by President Zelensky. He's the president of United 24. And the idea is it's a mechanism for non-governmental organisations, private individuals, businesses, celebrities to donate directly to Ukrainian efforts. So they invited me and 3 other NAFO fellas went there. And yes, of course, there were missile attacks whilst we were there, but we were all protected. We were in bunkers while we were having the conference. And whilst I was there, not sure why they decided, but of all of the 100,000 plus NAFO fellas, they decided that they wanted to give me a prize, which was this. So this is a model of Raccoons Revenge. So the first ever naval drone crowd-raised for Ukraine and United 24 said to us, if you raise $250,000 for a first drone for NAFO, we'll let you name it. Now, of course, once again, we have no organisational structure apart from anarchy, so we just had essentially an online poll. And at the time, there was a very famous story that the Russians had stolen a raccoon from a zoo before they had retreated. So the votes came back, and the final name was Raccoons Revenge. And sure enough, there is a cartoon video from United 24 of a raccoon riding Raccoons Revenge with a rather scared-looking Russian warship. And if you've seen the videos from Sevastopol of the fleet there, you'd know why that fleet was scared, because Raccoons Revenge and a few others, they got their revenge. Go online, have a look. Google Raccoons Revenge, and you'll probably see videos of things of these amazing footage from the actual kamikaze drone until it hits a course, at which point it all goes blank. But somehow they had drones in the air, and you can see how big the bang is. And those ships, they have not been seen in action since. So that is, I guess, my little story about NAFO. And we'll keep fighting Russian disinformation. We'll keep helping to rebuild. And polls amongst the fellows say, once Ukraine is free, we're not going anywhere. Assad is on our hit list. The mad mullahs of the Islamic regime on our hit list, because the general consensus is we're not truly free until everyone is truly free. So we're not going anywhere. Anyone who oppresses people, NAFO is going to come after you.